Hey everybody there, alright, so getting everything loaded up today. Probably going to be, not one of my longest casts, but I don't see why not for now. We just managed to pick up Kyra last we set off here. Everything's been looking good. Oh, someone's poisoned. And I, forgot about that. Damn trees. Ooh, look at that. Kyra's got a few basic healing spells. I mean, we lost Raja, the dedicated priest/healer for this entire game. Oh, hey. Shout out to AV Glare, my cousin there, and Kykerd. Both you guys in the chat right away. Nice, nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing and talking. Oh my god, it's Abe. Abe, I love you. Why didn't you tell me, Abe? You know what, why am I healing? Let's just go back to a free heal. And I am glad that people who have been thinking about live streaming are finally kicking on. And yep, my cousin's having a blast here too, checking back some old memories of stuff like this. He's definitely seen me play this before, because this, again, is my absolute favorite game ever. Now, where the hell was I going? Yeah, Mies. I'm gonna have to head there so I can actually go to the Esper Mansion. And yeah, Abe, I'm definitely thinking about going online for the archives there, or taking it all and throwing it up on YouTube. Maybe I'll even be able to splice together the things that get separated by my internet collapsing. That'll be nice. Plus, look, get something on my channel. I've had a channel for a couple of years now, and it's just got like 400 favorites and no videos. Definitely need something to do with that. Haha, walls of ice. They are irrelevant. Wolag. Oh man. Oh, we're here at the Esper Mansion. How I don't remember the. Oh, and my cousin wants to check out some Minecraft vids too. I went ahead and set up a server, so when he's got everything ready there. Yeah, so when my cousin's got ahead and got everything ready there, I'll probably be live streaming with him too on his, and I'll see if I can't get copies of that. Throw that up there too. And this is the Esper Mansion. It's got a nice layout to it. It's nice, simple music, and a lot of friendly people that I'm not going to be talking to because it would take an hour to get through here if I did. I will, however, check out these statues. Which, though they don't mention it, they are statues of Alice. Not the Alice we had in our party, mind you. And a bunch of free gear. None of it's really that good. I mean, might use one of it. Most of it's money, and I'll probably just hawk the rest of it. And I went the wrong way, because that circles around to the back. By the way, this place is like... It's got like an atrium in the center. It's pretty cool. You can loop around on either side, head up around the back, get to your eventual goal. Which, of course, is the illustrious Lutz, the ancient, all-powerful sorcerer. And Kyra is really quite eloquent. First response is, "You pig-headed oaf." And at a word from Rune, they allow us to pass. How magical! Okay, then. And Rune is known by name to the Elder here. And this is the Inner Sanctuary. Let's head down to Lutz's room. And Kyra's going all fangirl on us, as expected. And we're in cutscene mode now. All I can do is hit A to advance chat. And Kyra's a little bit confused. Apparently Lutz did die ages ago. And Kyra's refusing to believe, claiming that everyone's a believer. Ooh, a telepathy ball. I'm not too angry with the cutscenes in this game. I mean, they're really well done. Telepathy ball is a fantastic touch. So Lutz keeps transferring his memories and all his experiences into the ball, and then it transfers to someone who's chosen. And then when they're done acting as the current Lutz, then they go ahead and transfer their mind back into the ball. All their experiences, knowledge, power. And Rune is currently Lutz. Gen 5. And look at those horrified faces. And if you play the game, you know that every 1,000 years you get the new iteration of the game. It's because everything awful happens once in 1,000 years. Yes. There's an external hard drive for people. You store your memory in it, and whenever you need it, come back to it. And Dark Force comes back every 1,000 years. That's how Rune actually recognized Dark Force. Every 1,000 years, someone is chosen by Lutz, and they work together to crush the evil that is Dark Force. And we obviously did dust him. I mean, he went all red, exploded, and evaporated. Yeah, every years 1 to 999, every time. It's nice, peaceful. I mean, there might be a total societal collapse here or there. But year 1000, that's when hell reigns. When Parma blew up 1,000 years ago, the seal on Dark Force is... well, it shook a little. Dark Force was able to enter at least a second incarnation, apparently, or at least leave some of his evil in the Garuberg Tower. And Rune has chosen Chaz as champion. Well, Alice chose Chaz, but after raising him properly, he's fit. And Rune's backstory is now out! Aw yeah, we got some info on why his ages. Question marks. There's a carnivorous for... oh, Kyra, you need a hug. Which is something that'll be able to turn the entire carnivorous forest just to ash, and we'll be able to pass right by it. It's our next goal. We have to head to Gumbia's temple. The head temple of the current faith for all the Desilicians on the planet. All them green people. Oh. Oh, Kyra. You're not the only person who's sorry. what I recall, Lutz was actually a really nice, honest, and upstanding person in the first game when he was actually Lutz. And, well, we have Rune now, and it's fine. It's fine. Just make do with what we have. There aren't any free items on this side, so, yeah, this is like a scholarly college where they just train espers. It's not the middle. It's another statue of Alice, champion of the people back in the first game. She's been to she was champion of all 3 planets, having been to them all at one point or another in her adventure, I do believe. Well, either way, we're in the Ice Digger, and I didn't mean to hit that button. Either way, we're in the Ice Digger, and fuck yeah, we're gonna go kill stuff. Because that was enough cutscene for one episode. Yes, actually. I keep giant mechanical tools in my pocket. It's actually quite spacious. I've got the Land Rover, the Ice Digger. I've got the Psycho Wand there, too. All sorts of storyline crap is in my pocket. Like, think of it as like a little micro machine, and then I push a button and it explodes into a giant cloud of dust. Let me get in. Ooh, Jut! It's kind of like the capital city of the planet. And now that we're here, we have an easy warp back to Gumbia's Temple, and another key location on the planet, actually, we're going to be going in a few moments. Now, before we go in here, though... Was it Zosa or me? That was Zosa. I think. Wonder how much radiation the nuclear power these things run on gives off. Anything crappy we can sell? Oh, lag, don't start now. Well, we can sell all of Raja's crap. No. Konia Rod. Don't need any of that crap either. Alright, now, jumping quickly onto, Rune here. Can actually upgrade his current armor for another 9 defense. Which is rather nice there. I mean, to keep him as tanky as possible, in all honesty, because... Because, in all honesty, we need him to be made of iron. We need someone tanky like Grizz back in the front of everything. And hilariously enough, we pick up our 4th Thunderclaw. Alright, whose head has exploded so far? Let's go back to Jut. Alright, now. There we go. Let's do that. Thunderclaws are weapons. You equip them. Why am I walking? I don't know, there are giant scorpions, and, yeah, I'm gonna take the Ice Digger. We're going somewhere very important. This is a weapons plant. There's no problem leaving this place exactly as it is. It is not a problem to anyone or anything. And yet onwards we march. Because it's a weapons plant. There has to be something, boss. Alright then. Ow, lightning. By the way, Kyra uses, okay, what? Everyone just missed. Okay, but yeah, that didn't work quite correctly. Am I using the European version of this game? I'm confused. Because normally when you use a Thunderclaw, it casts, the equivalent of Tandle, which is a lightning spell, and it drops lightning on everything. Not one target. It normally makes for easy farming. Which is slightly frustrating in that that's not going to work this run through, apparently. Well, everyone's underclass weaponry is showing. Oh my goodness. Okay then, so I might be a little underpowered here again, but why worry? And I don't like it when I get jumped. And my memory doesn't quite cover all of this place. Oh no, looks like I'm trapped. Because, you know, conveyor belts traveling both directions towards me. Couldn't possibly get out of that. Unless pushing a button changes the direction one of them runs in, of course. Let's go this way. I wonder what's this way. Oh, green lines on the floor. That's always a good thing. Yes! Found it first pass. This is the Burst Rock unit. Now, while fighting Dark Force back there, you might have noticed he used an attack called Burst Rock. He fired missiles up into the sky and they rained down your opponents, who happened to be us at the time. It hurt a lot. Ren just became our artillery. Burst rockets are now ready for use. And since I'm given the opportunity to, I'll show it off here. Now, it doesn't do very much to, obviously, machinery here, but Burst Rock throughout the game is going to be one of our most powerful skills against all sorts of biological units. I'm getting chewed apart by robots. Come on. Or we can use this place to farm, but apparently that's not correct. Today is just not my day. Okay, well, back through a door or two here, and try taking the other side. I mean, this side had burst rock. I mean, what other treasures could be in here? Oh, a longer way to walk. Fantastic. And fast travel. It's like I'm back playing Morrowind or something. Okay, so carving on here. There's already a rated chest over there. Now, I'm not sure what alloy that is. Oh, elastic armor. I see. And I can get Ren from 17 to 26 with the headgear. So that's another 9 armor there, that's good. And you can net 20. Oh man, 20. That is boss. And hey look, at this. Let's just hit C against this. Ooh, repair kit! Haha! Push button, get food. I think I might have grabbed a little bit too much. Just a note, your inventory is not indefinitely large. I might sell a few of those. And I'm kind of disappointed with how the Thunderclaws have gone so far. There's only one more path for me to take in here, I think. So I'm going to go and do that. Whoa, lag. Please stop lagging. And I'm probably just going to try and blitz through this section then. So if I can't get like 10 free levels out of it, then, yeah. Wonder what's over here. Oh, that's a shame. It appears one of my cousin there got disconnected while watching. Well, let's see if I can't just high jammer these bastards then and see if I can blitz through this fight. Two out of three are paralyzed. And splayed. And a plasma launcher. This place was designed for Ren. It's the only reason I bothered to come here. That's a 19 jump and attack. I mean, he's not using the napalm shot anymore, so we won't be taking advantage of all the fire weak enemies, but overall it's a more powerful weapon, and that's actually going to be really important shortly. Hit the warp button. I'm a little torn on how that Thunderclaw thing went. Kinda want to try it again. First I'm going to take a look at everyone's agility and dexterity here and see if I can't determine overall who's fastest. Yep. Ren and Rika should be acting on first almost every single round. Let's see. What would be most likely for me to be able to just sit down and play Minecraft for an hour? I think I could spare an hour tomorrow or so. Yeah, tomorrow. Alright then. So Ren, you're on average faster. I'm gonna try this once more, because I was really disappointed with the last usage of it. Well, I'll probably just send you a message tomorrow and we can definitely get some Minecraft in then. Why are you single targeting? Ah, well, whatever. Still a massive amount of free damage that can't actually miss. Well, I think I'm going to take a few moments here and get maybe a... Let's mark about a dozen fights, let's say. See if we can't manage to net ourselves any XP. This can be fight 1. Because we are woefully behind, and I can guarantee the next dungeon, like the next storyline dungeon, will lay me out. It's notorious for being ridiculously unfair. And it's also the longest dungeon in the game. So, yeah. Looking forward to that. By the way, the reason we have 4 Thunderclaws is because we can't each use the same one every round. Like, not, like, if Chaz uses Thunderclaw A of D, like A through D, then no one else can use Thunderclaw A for that round. If I had to place myself right now and about how far I am, I would say that I still have, That's a really tough question. Right around 50%, I'd say. And Chaz just bit it. We have to do something slightly different. There we go! And everyone's back online. Well, I'm somewhere between 50 and 55%, I think. Alright, and Kai's gonna show off one of her skills here. Metis. It's a medicine skill. She can actually... She channels energy into someone and does a huge healing buff. Oh, and I didn't mention it, but Rune particularly just picked up Nafoi. That is the 3rd tier fire spell. And it is pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean hot damn. No pun intended. Ah, it's a fire spell. See, and hot. Oh yeah. I guess I can show it off. I mean, I've been showing off most of the skills as I've been going through them. Let's actually have... Ren, you're the least likely to take ridiculous damage. Blast that. Guard, guard. Blast that. Got a nice quick animations, clean, and is a pillar of fire. And we got a few levels. Alright, Chasno's Reaver. That's incredibly important, actually. I really want Rika to pick up Jysire before we really go any farther. Because, well, I'm going to be honest. I don't want to go to the next dungeon yet. Hell, I don't want to go to the next dungeon ever, but that's not an option, so... Alright, Rika, you're going to die before you get a damn attack off. How lovely. How lightning? Why does that hurt so badly? Oops. Hole in my brain. We're going to swap over to tech. Oh, skill. I think everyone's pretty good. Oh, except that Ren is missing large chunks of his torso. Ow, lag, why? Why does running simply this and the live stream require 90% of my CPU? Oh, jeez. Why is Chaz's defense so hilariously inadequate? Alright, well, we've almost got ourselves up to the point where we'll be ready to, at least sprint through the next area. So let's head over to Gumbia's temple and check it out. Quick warp. Boing, boom, 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 boom. It's a little strange, but Statue of Flames, like fire on a planet of ice, is an object of worship. And the Eclipse Torch is an object of perfect crystallized fire. As such, it is a holy relic to the Deathless people. And naturally, they're small-minded and not willing to help out. And because you are an ignorant little man, I'm going to have to do a lot more work for this. The air castle. Oh, the air castle. Oh, the air castle. Oh, the air castle. Why? Yeah, our damn plot wall remover was stolen again. Yes, they're Mandalorians and they're rotten evil bastards. The air castle, giving you a little bit of history on it here, as I pause for a moment, is the castle that Lassic, the evil dictator and villain of the first Phantasy Star game, lived in. It was a floating castle on the planet of Parma, which exploded. So heavens know how this castle still exists. I mean, it shouldn't, in all honesty. Considering the planet it's on is gone, why would the castle be there? And yet, they demand us to go there and retrieve the Eclipse Torch. Lassic was powerful then. 2 or 3,000 years ago, yeah. Who's this person the witches were talking about there? Now this is poor translation. His name was Lassic, L-A-S-S-I-C. But Lashiek. He was taken down by Lutz, Alice, Odin, and Meow. Meow being the giant cat we saw there. And Rune being someone carrying all the knowledge of Lutz would know all this. And that's actually why Meow took so kindly to Rune. Because he has the mind of one of his old traveling companions in him. Oh, I need to go back there anyway. Why bother paying for healing? I'm cheap as it is. Let's go ahead and search for the air castle. Ren is finding something. Oh, why are you Ren, why do you find anything? Why did you have to look? Why did you have to look for it? There it is. That is the air castle. No, we're not going in. What I'm doing is abusing the free inn here. Saving before I do anything stupid. And warping back to Jut, because they have the... what is possibly the best armor and weapon store on the planet. You noticed I came in here, changed my mind earlier because I needed to be able to buy that 4th Thunderclaw. Whoops, went too far. 20,000. 20,000 for the sword. Done. I can't even afford to buy Kara one of her weapons. Oops, wrong button. Look at that 33 attack power jump. And even another 7 defense. Go ahead and hawk half this crap. Alright then, so... No, I'm not selling the Moondew. Wait, actually, that's just a Reaver. Why would I want that? We have Land Rover in our first slot, finally. Oh. I do believe the first Star Wars came out prior to this game. So those things looking like Mandalorians is a little awkward. I grabbed too many repair kits, so I'll have to deal with it the long way. Okay, so I can afford to pick up one more thing. And it won't be a weapon. Like, the prices here are exorbitant. It's absurd. Like, it only gives me a 4 armor difference. However, how ridiculously much more well-defended he is now is, like, I can't even describe it. It's just suicide to walk into this. I need reflect armor on everyone that could possibly wear it. Like, Rune's already got, like, if I recall correctly, he's got a reflect robe. Chaz has got his reflect mail. Rika needs reflect mail, because Kai's got a reflect robe. I can't have my healer being the least defended person. Whoa, heavy lag. Now you see that? Lightning hit Kyra and only did 17. That's what reflect does. Like, I'm not here for... Like, I'm just here for the actual money I need at this point. Oh, why is the chat full of my family? This is gross. I need to take that chat window and put it somewhere far. Like, you guys can't see it. For some reason, it doesn't register on the live stream as far as I can see. Like, when I look down in the little corner here, it shows what you guys see. I see nothing. But it's there, right over top of my task manager. And everything shows up bold. Like, I'm just doing my best. I'm doing my best. Trying to ignore everything. I don't grasp what my sister's screaming about, and I never do, in all honesty. She just dances around, screaming and yelling, and I wonder how it is. She's only 3 or sometimes 2 years younger than me. And how it is you lose your mind like that. I don't see the chat window. I'm blocking it out with my mind. Well, we're getting pretty close to the reflect mail there. I mean, we get like almost 1,000 to set a fight. I'd say about 11 more fights, again, 12 more fights, and we'll be there. What time is it currently? 8:30. I was going to do it 9. I might be able to push that a little bit back. I mean, I hung out with the guys last night. I think they can afford to miss me for like half an hour, maybe. Somewhere in that neighborhood. And use recover twice. I have family. That is undeniable. Alright, so actually, while I'm pacing here, is there anything I can talk about? Well, I guess I could get a little bit into the air castle. Now, the air castle's gimmick, I should talk about it while I'm there, but I'll be too busy cursing life. So, while I'm there, while I'm here, I'll talk about it. The air castle is giant. It is the largest dungeon in this game by a mile. Like, it's a giant maze. And what's worse is that those 3 Mandalorians there, as my cousin called them, because that's exactly what they look like. Well, they have barriers put around some of the passageways, making it even harder to move around. So I'm gonna have to go there and kill their ass to open up half the place. It's a giant maze with extra walls blocking it off. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be such a blast. I'm gonna love my life. And you guys are gonna watch me wander through, and you're gonna be so confused as to how I know where the hell I'm going. And probably gonna lose Ren. Yeah, it's entirely luck based. There we go. And you see, Chows was taking like 90 earlier. It's simple as just buying Reflect Mail drastically lowers elemental damage. Okay, so Rune just picked up Nawat there. I'll demonstrate that in just a moment. I'm gonna do some patchwork around here. And I love that, like, everyone I'm related to far away from here is huddled around a laptop watching this. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. I am gonna demonstrate Nawat. Oh god, I'm reading everything. Oh, why am I reading anything? Alright, Nawat, let's do this. And I can't cheese him out, so, it's got a cooler animation than Nefoi, but again, this is an ice-covered planet, and those are robots. Frost damage. Very, very poor. Alright then. We'll just sit back, let my macro do its job here, and well, generate money. Alright, we're getting really close. You know what? I'm fairly certain at this point we can simply sell the armor she's currently wearing and have enough, like, barely. Just barely. And then we'll be off to my favorite section of this game. The Air Castle. You're gonna love the music in there too. I think it's only 2 points in the game you hear it, ever. I mentioned it the first time that we encountered it. I don't remember where that was though, strangely enough. Oh, it was in the Ledea Tower, that was it. I remember now. Alright, everything's coming back to me, I'm not crazy. Oh, silver mail. Ditch that. In chat. Anyone watching this in the archives, I am so happy for you that you don't have to see what I am seeing. Reflect mail. Oh yeah. 100% required for everything. Again, that would only be like a 4 or 5 defense point increase, but again, it's not the defense that matters. Okay, so let's just stop, do a little warp over here. Ah, the sound of progress. The starship theme. Air Castle will be the destination. Like, you'll notice I'm not hitting any buttons to speed this up, because I want it to take as long as possible to get here. And we are on a castle in the middle of space. Don't worry though, there's gravity and clearly artificial air to breathe. Alright, well, onwards. It's an invisible barrier, making everything much harder. Making me confused as to why I'm using such a simple graw spell on these enemies. And it's simple. Those are people attacking me through dimensional gaps. Incredibly unstable, easily damaged. Not they themselves, I mean, you only ever take one. The gaps themselves are easily collapsible. Just a slight bit of gravity magic. Turns them inside out, instantly. Alright then. Well, that was the first fork in the road. We could have gone left or right. I chose to go right, because I don't want to spend a lot of time here. There's only one good piece of equipment here that I'll bother to really pick up. And again, I just want to mention that this is the best RPG of its time. Notice that they can quickly cast Death Spell at me. Rune, being an android, doesn't give a shit. And you'll notice how ridiculously much damage Rika did there. Oh well, gravity doesn't work on incorporeal things. My bad. That's because she has the Tusk equipped. It's one of the sacred weapons in the game. I'm probably gonna ditch it, but it's really good at killing evil things. Onwards. And 4 dimension worms. Oh boy. Everyone who isn't Rune, cower, please. Just pitch a gravity spell at him, everything will be fine. By the way, they only have like 6 HP, but that's still so much more attacking than is required, if you're just willing to pitch gravity. Oh, this dungeon. Like every third or fourth fight, you'll notice I just run without any real point. Evil Eye's a paralysis ability. Now, what I was mentioning there, is every now and again I just run. For no reason, it seems. It's mostly to save myself some damage here. Because you know there's a boss fight at the end. You've seen them already. And I've already told you I need to go and kill their asses. Yeah, that's dead end. This area is giant. Ridiculously giant. Now, if I recall correctly, this is a dead end. Yeah, alright, good. Just double checking, because that staircase, for some reason, always sets off something in my head. Oh, hey, look, it's the room we started in. Yep, all that walking has moved us up what a simple flight of stairs could have. Love my life! Ah, gravity magic hurts! Oh, goodness. Alright then. Oh, I love how androids recover. It's like free healing. Just make it a few steps and their HP is so much higher than it was. And it's a dead end. Yeah, it's a dead end. Good. I skip over most of the dead ends, but there's a few that always stick out in my mind for some reason. Ooh, another palette swap. I can tell you that probably would have killed Chaz from full if he didn't have that correct armor. Jysar, done. That is important. Here's some basic healing item. Yeah, try mate. Yeah, those Dimension Worms either have 3, 4, or 6 HP. I just can't remember. Oh, and by the way, this is not one of those dungeons I do a quick run of, collect everything, then back out and try again. Nope. I'm not going to walk this distance again. I refuse. I'm coming in here to kill those bastards. Hey, Kyra missed, so Rune will use some TP and solve the problems. And a new person is in the chat. Shout out to Brian. My buddy Zom Brian. Pardon my going up and down these stairs. I'm a little confused at the moment. There's something down here I want. It's not the correct way to go, I don't believe. But there is something. And the damage. And the sneak attack damage. Why? Oh, my HP. Oh, my life. Jysar costs 24. Not worth casting right now. I think we're just going to try and rely on killing them faster than we die. That worked out nicely. That worked out pretty nicely. Yeah, everything's coming up Millhouse, I think. Just gotta do a lot of healing every single round. More specters. I'll just ditch that fight. I don't trust anything that can cast Death Spell. The Swift Helm. Done. And this game becomes a little bit easier, finally. Alright then. Carving our way through the air castle. I mean, I've been here for a little while now. Yeah, I knew this was a dead end. I said so. I knew it was just the Swift Helm that was worth it here. I love how often we get, like, every other fight is just a sneak attack. It's brutal. Alright, then we can continue on here. I do believe we're right at the end of the first run-through. No, oh wait, no, we're not yet. Although in here there's the Genocide Claw, which is useful to me. Very, very helpful. And that is the first item in the game you're going to find that has death magic attached to it. I'm a little bit curious as to what death-based magic is and why I have it, when I'm obviously a good person. Well, my party's a good person anyway. They're all nice people. But yes, it is particularly a nasty weapon. It's got a chance to auto-kill anything it hits, almost. Which is why I pick it up so... I guaranteed every single time I pass through here, you need it. And alright then. Now you may have been wondering why it is I've been using all my TP up without worrying, throwing off skills here and there. And that's it. Oh, that's perfect. I can show you how fast this could have been done if the game designers weren't dicks. First room. I walked through 35, 40 rooms to get here. That long. Oh, hey, you know where Lassic is? Behind this barrier. Yep. Yep. It's exactly what you think. I am livid. Every time I come here. Love me the fucking air castle. Alright then. Now, as I am not a fan of taking ridiculous amounts of damage, I'm going to run from that fight. Because Dimension Worms have this funny thing where they're not actually bound by gravity, and as such move pretty quick. Yep, dead end. Thought so. Can I just fight something that isn't full of Dimension Worms? I'll do other fights. Nope, that's a dead end too. Okay, so carving my way forward indefinitely. No reason not to pick up 8,000 Meseta there, I mean, with the cost of gear as it is. By the way, money never really becomes absolutely useless in this game. I'll show you why, probably within the next 2 episodes. I think there might be another bonus episode after this one. Not tonight, because I have something to do at 9, and while it's almost 9, I can send a 9. I'm trying to push back what I'm going to go do a little bit. You know, for love of everyone who watches this, I want to get you a nice solid update for the night. I wasn't able to get you one yesterday. Mostly because I went out to the card store, and, well, I played a lot of Magic cards, let's just say that. We did an anti-cube draft, a cube draft, and we went to Duncan's house and did another cube draft. For those of you who know what that means, you would be giddy with excitement. Yes, I can understand. And we're here. Notice those bastards don't flicker in the light. That was a long walk. And I owe these people a little bit. And there's 3 of them. The trio. Okay, so they want me dead as shit. And there's 3 enemies, so now. What's the best possible strategy, you would say? Well, obviously to use all my multi-targeting skills. Yeah. I wonder. Let's show you what happens when I do that. Let's show you what happens when I go all out against them. They do that. They take all their attacks as one. The second you multi-target any of them. As such, the hilarious strategy of, like, the actual strategy here is to single target them. Of course, it's also set up 1,000 barriers, but you know, that's standard strategy. Then, starting from the left. We'll test out Naywat. I'll test out Nay4, then Naywat. Well, Oh, she doesn't actually know that. Whoops. That's awkward. Yeah, how about this fight? What did Ren use? Recover, okay. Yes. Yes, he is. That was answering something in the chat. It was my cousin asking, is Ren the Juggernaut? The simple answer is yes. By the way, Kyra doesn't actually know any ice magic. She only knows the Foy tree, not the what tree? One down! Oh my god, and this fight just became infinitely easier. Oh my god, there goes Ren. And we go to our screen of repair kits. Repair kits only work on androids, but they are the most useful item to have, just lying around. Oh, face plant! Damn you, face plant, you bastard! Okay, so, now, you think you're safe using any of your multi-targeting spells at this point? The answer is no, because if you use one, even if you don't hit anyone else, he'll do a one-person version of that lightning thing, and still hit everyone for ridiculous damage. Yeah, dude's a dick. Oh, out of crosscuts. And we can pretty much... Oh, wow, that was a lot of damage. And Chaz has learned Rayblade. And Kyra finally learned Warla. That's actually what I wanted to use to Lily at the start of that fight. It's a little awkward because I tried to paralyze the boss by accident, when I meant to just increase our defense. And with those 3 dead... and it being all of 2 minutes to 9... the barriers are down! We can just walk right through. Oh. Take me back to a planet I can save on. And if you thought that was hard, that was the easy boss fight on that place. And on that depressing, ominous note, I do believe we'll be cutting here for the night, as I need to get ready and go see a few people. Alright then everyone, it was lovely seeing you again. This is Champion of Ruin signing off. Hoping to once again bring you some more Phantasy Star 4 End of the Millennium next time I see you. Bam!